What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. All right, so today's episode, we got a pretty exciting one for you guys. So the whole time I've owned the Cummins drift truck, I have yet to get it on a dyno and actually see what it makes. So, you know, I've done kind of some estimations. We think it's gonna make, you know, 550, 600, this and that. So today we're actually gonna see what it makes on a dyno. We're at Valley Fuel Injection here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. And these are guys that are going to be testing the drift truck on the dyno. So really exciting. This is a full injection diesel, everything, do it all shop. These guys do a lot of really cool stuff here. As far as diesel stuff goes, this is one of the most popular shops around locally. So yeah, really excited to see how this goes. Estimates. So Jordan over here thinks that, what's your estimate for this truck with being the 64.5 millimeter S360 4.5 turbo?
Should be close to the 500 mark. We should break it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna get it into that
Into
550,
the mid
600
five.
range.
Yeah, fair enough. So the more the limitation of this setup is definitely going to be my turbocharger. I went a little bit on the small side of things for the fueling side of my truck. Just because I wanted a bit more response for drifting it and, you know, that kind of thing. I didn't want a super leggy turbo because I had to be modulating throttle when I'm driving this truck and doing stunts with it, right? So, you know, this fuel setup was probably good for definitely a little more turbo, but we're definitely running this turbo on the ragged edge, so it'll be interesting to kind of see what it makes. This truck in fourth gear on the highway when I do a pull usually makes about 55 pounds of boost. In fourth gear makes 55 pounds of boost. In fifth gear, about 60 pounds. But you know, more boost does not mean more power. A lot of the time that means just more restriction and the exhaust side kind of being a bit of a limitation. So definitely gonna be interesting. So one shitty thing that just happened, my brake lines down here are super rusty. And unfortunately, one just actually cracked while we were strapping it down. So super crusty, rusty old brake lines. That's what you get sometimes. Power-driven diesel said it would make 600 to the wheel.
Well, what we have here is the lyometer.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we got our first run down. So sorry, is this the one, Jordan, right here?
So this is the picture that it catched on this little bit of a spike.
Okay.
But it's consistently making 516. But 532 is where we picked up the
Sure.
for just that little crest over there.
Yeah.
As you can see, the curve's nice and smooth. So
totally. So that means no wheel spin or whatever, right?
yeah, you don't
516. This is a Heartbreaker dyno, Mustang dyno. 516 wheel horsepower and 981 foot-pounds of torque to the wheel. So actually a lot less than I thought it would be. You know, I estimated somewhere from 550 to 600, and that's usually how it goes for dyno testing. Everybody always thinks their shit's gonna make more than it actually does. That's pretty common.
Pretty common, yeah.
But you know, for such a lightweight truck, it's a lot of fun. I really like this setup, but it's really interesting to see the numbers. So, you know, I thought it would be a little bit more. Boost is usually around the 55 PSI mark for this, so, and we're definitely running this turbo on its ragged edges, so, yeah. Guys, we're gonna do one more pull, just for the lulls. Just so we can get kind of an average number. Truck's fully warm now. Smoky old girl. All right, Jordan, you mind giving us a little explanation of kind of what you think of the numbers here as far as this truck compared to other trucks you've dynoed?
So this truck, based on the fueling you have, the turbocharger you have, and the fuel system setup, this is exactly where I thought we were going to end up, as we discussed before.
Totally, yeah.
You were in the 550, I said 500, maybe
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Right in between there.
We're right in between, just as we thought. So.
Totally, yeah. So I guess peak power and torque we're making at what RPM here?
Okay, so for peak power, peak torque, it's at 2733, and then max power is at 2753. So they're right kissing close to each other.
Totally.
Not far off. You can see where they cross paths on the graph.
And I guess you called her quits at about 3100 RPM?
No, I pulled it
All the way to,
not quite all the way, because as you can see, it starts dropping power.
Yeah,
Once we get into like the 3500
gonna keep
RPM,
dropping off hard.
then I just lift it off, because there's no point in winding the thing out, because all you're doing is making heat and the
Yeah.
power's falling off. So
Totally, yeah.
you're just wringing its neck for nothing at that point.
Totally. I noticed when I did a 4th gear burnout and I held it, like the EGTs just started climbing like crazy.
Yeah, we were 1600 there.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think, as a diesel guy that's been doing this for a long time, what's on a 12 valve, a sketchy EGT to run for more than like 5 seconds?
well, if you're running the sketchy EGT, you're not walking through the gauge, because you're running it hard, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're not paying attention to that. Just
Yeah,
run it until it's melted down, I guess.
fair enough, yeah.
16, 17,
16, 17, 18.
degrees, yeah. Run it, right?
Right on. Awesome. Well, so there you go, guys. This is what we got. 996 foot-pounds of torque, 519 to the wheel at 27 and 53 RPM. So crazy just looking at these numbers compared to a gas engine, you know, my Volvo engine, that kind of thing. Really interesting. All right, guys, so pretty much a wrap up of the video here. So really dope. I've been wanting to, you know, see what this truck makes for a little while now. So cool that we got some kind of like actual numbers on a printed piece of paper to show people. So shout out to Jordan here at Valley Fuel Injection for getting this thing on the dyno, running it up on the rollers. If you guys need any stuff done on your diesel trucks, gas trucks, these guys do it all. So give them a shout. They work with BD Diesel as well. So, you know, exhaust brake transmissions, turbo stuff, anything you want, fuel injection wise. You know, it's a full do-it-all shop. So yeah, give them a shout. Out of curiosity, Jordan, what's the highest horsepower truck you guys have recorded on this thing?
I think like 1380.
1380.
1380.
It's madness.
Yeah.
It's a lot of power for.
You think this thing smokes?
Oh yeah,
No, that smokes.
that shoots smoke over there.
Kind of power. Like, I'm guessing
110? Holy.
That's insane.
North of 100 for sure.
Yeah.
I guess everything has to be like Wiggins class stuff, like intercooler wise to hold that shit together then?
Yeah.
And if you're running that kind of power, they don't hold together.
Sure.
It's like, as you're running it, you're like, please, please hold together. And then after he lets off, you're like, oh,
yeah. It's like the power-driven diesel truck on the dyno there with the piston into the grandstands. So yeah, cool. You know, the truck makes some good power. It's been a great daily driver. Really enjoy just driving this truck around. You know, it's decent on fuel. It's been a good rig for me, honestly, so no complaints really. So shout out to Fraser Valley Injection again. If you guys got any stuff you need done with your, you know, diesel trucks and trucks in general, give them a shout. Guys are, you know, do it all shop. So let's take a little look before we end the video here. We got the panel wagon. So actually, I just got my drive shaft from Pat's Driveline in Surrey, BC. Take a look here. So we got the M90 front half of the shaft connected to our rear shaft with our new center support bearing and center support bearing mount. Yeah, so we're gonna be installing this right now. So we're gonna do this on another video. So this will be the next video. Just figured I'd show you guys this right now. So yeah, definitely stay tuned because we got some exciting stuff coming. Finally, we can get the panel wagon going, hopefully. So I've been really missing this car, guys. You know, I felt like I haven't had a Volvo going in like a month or two now. Been kind of getting some hardcore Volvo withdrawals. So we're gonna throw it up on the lift right now, and I'm gonna film a little video for you guys of the installation of us installing this transmission. And yeah, we are going to hopefully get this going today. And then we're gonna put it on the dyno again and complete our tune on ethanol. And man, I think this thing's gonna make some savage power. We're hoping for the low 400s, probably in the 420, 430 range, and she's gonna fly. So anyways, guys, like and subscribe for hot dog flavored Volvo water. Peace out.